How's it going, YouTube? Happy crappy weather Thursday. Come on now, son, get out my way. Go on. There you go. Have a good one. All right. Made a bit of a quick stop there for some truck fixings here in western Missouri, or Missouri, depending on how you feel about the state. 3 times in a row I've come to Missouri, and on 3 consecutive times I've come into the state of Missouri, I've had to deal with crappy weather. Both times, the 2 previous times, I-70 was destroyed by ice and icy buildups. This time around, it's a little bit more palatable. It feels like spring is kind of taking the teeth out of this particular snowstorm here, but still in all, it's not exactly what I would call clear sailing, because ice is still building up all over my trailer. Part of my reason for stopping was to take a hammer to some of that ice and knock it off, so that number one, I'd be a little bit lighter, and number two, be a little bit safer for the traffic around me in case my truck decides to shed some ice all of a sudden. I've knocked perhaps the more violent pieces of it off, so it'll be a little bit less hazardous to some four-wheelers' health, so to speak. Other thing I did, thanks to my good friends at Walmart, got myself some new wiper blades, because the truck stop brands, I don't even know what they call them. They appear to all be trash. I have been buying wiper blades from truck stops because I figured, well, that was the place to get wiper blades. But one of those things, the more you learn, the more you realize you don't have to go to a truck stop or a dealership or whatever to get the parts you need. You can find them, in some cases, at Walmart. That is the case with the wiper blades I just bought. I bought a couple of Rain-X H22 blades because the T680 Legacy, the next gen, the Legacy, as they're now calling it, needs 22-inch wiper blades. Okay, no problem. A lot of truck stops are basically out of those. It's apparently a very common size. It is what it is. During the first major snowstorm that hit Missouri, I tried to buy new blades because my wipers just were not doing the job of cleaning off my windshield like they needed to. Kept having icing issues, kept having slop just not getting scraped off. It was just getting spread around and dragged around as opposed to actually cleared off of my windshield. And now I've got a couple of Rain-X blades instead of some, trash truck stop brand, whatever, bargain basement crap that's overpriced that didn't want to work. These particular blades, I forget what they were called, but they were like a double edge blade. Like there was 2 lines of rubber, and it's supposed to be, ooh la la, it's better. It does, twice the job or whatever the packaging claimed it was supposed to do. It didn't do crap. They were awful blades. They started falling apart within a matter of days. I figured it was just one of those things, and it would kind of self-correct, but it just kept progressively getting worse. And I've only had those blades for, maybe a month, give or take. And they're already, I've already replaced them with Rain-X blades, because Rain-X blades will fit semi-trucks. All you need is the proper, the J-hook adapter, which my wiper arms have the J-hooks, and just the proper blade length, blade width, however you want to term it, and it's a literal night and day difference, which is fantastic. Now if I hit any more garbage weather today, which doesn't look like I will, but we'll see how it shakes out. I'll at least, be able to sweep it away more efficiently, in theory. But that was just one issue. I was also at Walmart, hoping to maybe get lucky and find a pair of decent LED headlamps. Struck out there, but you know, those you got to probably get off Amazon or more of a specialty shop, because I had put LED headlamps in my new headlight assemblies that I replaced last summer, converting from the xenon lamp assembly to the standard incandescent lamp assembly, which is then now adaptable to LEDs, or LED lamps will fit the connectors for the standard headlight assemblies. Plus, I didn't really much care for the xenons. The lamps were expensive. They're like 85, 90 bucks a piece. They didn't throw light as far as I wanted them to. They weren't as bright as I needed them to be. And so I got some LEDs in there, and that was fine. But on my way to my pickup this afternoon, my dash threw me this morning, hey, you've got a headlight out. Oh, great. All right, well, maybe it's just a loose wire. Pulled into a truck stop, checked it out. Turns out the headlamp itself was some highfalutin, well, wannabe highfalutin LED headlamp brand, had basically started to fail. I don't know if it was inside the assembly itself or if it was the wiring. I don't know. It began to fail. And when I was messing with it, it broke. So it's like, well, all right, now I need a new LED headlamp. But having a feeling that it was possible I could experience a headlamp failure, or the LED, since they're not a heated LED, they don't produce enough thermal energy to actually keep the plastic cover of my headlight assembly clear. I kept the proper incandescent headlights, in packaging here inside the cab. So as soon as I saw one of those LEDs, throw me a warning, hey, I'm going bad. All right, I just swapped them both out for the incandescents that I carry with me. Figured, you know what? Better to make sure I have reliable, old school headlights that I can turn on and they'll be on, and I'll, meet DOT regulations and I'll be fine. And then when I have the opportunity, at some point hit the right truck stop or get home, get on Amazon, whatever, order a pair of new headlamps and then swap those out for hopefully higher quality LED headlamps. So I do prefer LED lamps. They throw light better, they're more intense, they are brighter. Yeah, folks who are staring right into them aren't a big fan of them, but at the same time, if a pair of those lamps helps me spot a deer fixing to jump across the road while I still have plenty of time to react and kind of slow the truck down and get ready for whatever stupid thing the animal's going to do, so much the better. Or if I don't have to use my brights, essentially, while I'm on the interstate or in some rural highway or whatever, and I can still see clearly, 100, 200 yards ahead of me, that's where I want to be at. And LED headlamps, I feel, give me that kind of data absorption ability because, visibility. Anyway, folks, that's all of my yammering for today. Hope you're having a good day wherever and whenever you're at, and I will see you down the road.